Shields up, Iron Breakers. Rurikhan here coming at you with another video. Welcome back to Monster Hunter World, and today we're going to be talking about the two new variant monsters that are going to be hitting the game in March for consoles and in April for PC, because you guys know that in April is when the consoles and the PC are going to be, at the same level in terms of updates, which means we'll no longer need to make that distinction in April. So to be honest, April can't come fast enough so that I can just say, hey, here's what's coming out new in the game. But anyway, this video was released earlier this morning, and I do mean early because it was on Japanese schedule. It was like 4 a.m. my time, so I just now got to actually watch the video and see what's coming, and it is Raging Brachydios and Furious Rajang. Now look, I never actually fought these monsters in previous games because, like I told you guys, when it comes to handheld games, I have a hard time playing handheld games when I'm sitting at home in front of a big screen. I want to play, games on the big screen instead of on the smaller screen, so I never really got that far into other Monster Hunters. I have been making quite a bit of progress in Gen U, as some of you guys may know from watching my stream and stuff. But, I never really got to fight Raging Brachydios or Furious Rajang. Now, I did fight Brachy, naturally, and I fought Rajang as well. So, in a lot of ways, with this update, I'm excited to fight these two new monsters. Even though they are variants, some people will say, oh, it's the reskins and stuff. But I think if you look at the abilities that they are using and the fights themselves, you'll notice that they are going to be considerably different from the regular Brachydios fight or the Rajang fight. So in a lot of ways, I am excited to fight these new variants. But at the same time, I gotta say, I'm a little bit bummed out because I wanted at least one of the variants to be one of the new monsters from World. I don't know exactly which monster I would have liked, but I would just like one of the monsters that was introduced with World to be like a crazy powerful variant and fight that instead of just like fighting monsters from older games. But at the same time, these are returning monsters that some people maybe have never really seen the variants before. Some people are trying this out for the first time, like it is my case, so I can understand. But and then on top of it, there's also the fact that Rajang, it's potentially one of my least favorite fights. Like the fun factor for Rajang, for me at least, is when you're fighting him with friends in the Guiding Lands, right? And you're just seeing like, oh, who's gonna get clapped next? And Rajang grabs someone, throws them into a wall and all that stuff. Like, that's the fun aspect of Rajang. It's fun to just watch Rajang wreck stuff up, whether that is hunters or other monsters. It's just fun to see him go to town on something and brutalize something to just like stopping for nothing, okay? That's the fun aspect of Rajang, but when you actually have to hunt Rajang and maybe you're doing it solo, that's when it's not as fun as it should have been, I mean, I guess to some people it might be fun. To me, it just isn't, because he's a very small monster. He moves super fast. He has very little openings. I've made the video with kind of like my guide for people that were trying him out just now on PC, so you guys know the tactics and stuff that I personally use for him. I just feel like I would have liked something with potentially a bigger hitbox for me to hit, as opposed to just like constantly chasing down Rajang. And I'm particularly not looking forward to Tempered Furious Rajang, because that's just going to be completely and utterly insane. I mean, did you guys see the move where he was like holding a hunter, just like breathing thunder down his face, like bah! Like, that's gonna be friggin' wild. As for Raging Brachy, we'll see what that is like, because again, I never really fought him before. The move that they show, he just goes like madama dama 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 dama. Like, that's gonna be friggin' insane. I can't wait to see what fighting him is gonna be like. But in terms of their weapons and stuff, I don't think that at this point their weapons are going to be comparable to Safi. I do hope that I'm wrong, because I would love to see something that shakes up the meta game in terms of weapons right now, because, like I've spoke about it in the past, like I think Safi is great for like the first week or two, and after that you just look around and everybody that is hunting with you, everybody's using a Safi weapon that's awakened to something like completely obscene and just like dealing crap tons of damage and basically making the rest of the weapon tree completely irrelevant. So I do hope that their weapons challenge Safi, but I don't think that is going to be the case. I think it would also be cool if the monster's weapons would synergize with the armor that they're going to bring, in order to provide maybe like a unique playstyle or something that maybe is not directly more powerful than Safi, but provides you with interesting playstyles that Safi weapons can't provide. Like, for instance, imagine if Raging Brachydios would actually bring a special status ailment like, actually slime as opposed to blast. Because for those of you that don't know, like in 3U, I think, was when Brachydios was first introduced, and that's when we first got the blast element. It was just known as slime back then. It was just like a little symbol of a bomb, and that was pretty friggin' powerful. It was just like way more powerful than I think people have expected. But it would be cool to see that maybe making a comeback, as opposed to just like, oh, here's Raging Brachydios weapon, it's got a ton of blast, here you go. It's like, no, just give it an actual slime aspect to it, where it would actually leave slime into monsters and would explode after a little bit. Like, I don't know, I just feel like having something unique like that would be more interesting. Or maybe that could be like a set bonus, like Raging Brachy's slime. Like whenever you use the 3-piece set bonus and you have a blast weapon, then it leaves slime behind. Like that would be an interesting mechanic, and it would provide you with a different playstyle, as opposed to just like being something about, oh, is this more powerful than Safi? Is this, providing different playstyles sometimes is even more interesting than something just being flat out more powerful. Another thing that I was thinking about is if potentially with Furious Rajang, this is specific to the light bowgun, maybe Furious Rajang's light bowgun could bring the Stormbolt modifier from the Horizon Zero Dawn light bowgun, which right now is really only available on the PlayStation 4, and that kind of provides a unique playstyle that isn't really available to the other platforms. And I'm playing on the PlayStation 4, so it doesn't make that much difference to me. That's like where my main hunter is, but at the end of the day, I think that for the entirety of the community, for everyone's sake, it would be good to see the Stormbolt modifier be passed down onto the other platforms as well. So I think Rajang would be a good opportunity for that. As for other set bonuses that Rajang could have, I haven't really thought of anything as of now, but I think that the slime thing for Raging Brachydios would be really interesting, and again, providing a different playstyle, which is more interesting to me than just like flat out ridiculous damage and stuff like that. But whatever happens with these two variants, I just hope that they make you at least consider, oh, maybe in this situation, like this weapon would be cooler than the Safi stuff, That's just me, and I know that on PC, a lot of you guys haven't even had a chance to actually play against Safi or collect your set of Safi weapons, but when you do, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, and you'll understand that's like, oh, this is really cool, it's really powerful, it's really all this and that, and then you look at the weapon tree and it'll be like, yeah, this thing no longer has a reason to exist, really. But, anyway, I don't want to be a negative Nelly up in here. I'm excited to check out these new monsters. I hope you guys are as well. Let me know what you think about them in the comment section down below. Thank you all very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit it up with a like. If you usually enjoy my content, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, all of that good stuff. And I'll see you in the next one.